Howdy, everyone. Abstract Tiger Productions here. I'm Chris.
I'm Drew.
And we are back again with another episode of What If? ...
Question mark?
Yes, ... what question mark. Well, I almost said ... what if ... question mark. It was wrong.
That sounds like a really bad URL.
Yeah,
like
it does.
A tiny URL.
Yeah. So last time we had on What If ... question mark, we had
Zombies.
And
Zombieland.
Yes. Yeah. Blam. Yeah, that's what I have. Happy Hogan. Blam.
Yeah.
He was making the sound effects. And we had the zombie episode. Essentially, what happened if the entire world just basically, including the heroes, got turned into zombies, except for 3 at the very end.
Yeah.
Which, well, Scott, his head was the only thing not zombified. He was very much so Futurama, yes. So we had
so much. Step 1, we had Hulk came back as Bruce Banner to nobody. Sanctum Sanctorum is empty, so it picks up at the same time as Infinity War, and then all crap breaks loose from there on.
Yeah, we had and he just was like, "Hello, anybody?"
And the cloak was just
hanging there, and that was, and then the 2 of the not the Black Order or whatever they are,
Black Order,
showed up, and they get jumped by zombified Tony Stark, Wong, and Strange, and they get turned into zombies.
Yeah.
Then, we went on to a trip to Jersey, essentially.
Everything happens in Jersey.
Yeah. Vision was there. He was feeding his zombified wife, Wanda.
Yep.
And, long story short there, T'Challa had one leg.
Yes.
Because apparently that's what was one of the things that got fed to her. And then they escaped, heading to Wakanda.
Yep.
Vision pulled the Mind Stone out of his head, killed himself.
Yeah, because they learned that the Mind Stone has a way of affecting the part of the brain that's affected by the zombification.
Yes.
And if they go to Wakanda and use Wakandan tech, they can
hopefully broadcast
fix the whole
fix
planet.
It. Yeah, that was the plan.
And then...
Yeah, Hulk versus Zombie Wanda.
Hulk versus Zombie Wanda.
To help them escape. But then we was left on a big cliffy.
Oh my gosh, I want them to continue the story so much.
Zombie Thanos showed up.
With the Infinity Gauntlet minus the Mind Stone. 5 stones out of the 6.
Yeah. And was like...
Yeah.
And then that was it.
That was it. And credits. Roll credits. It was just... My favorite shot of that whole episode was Hope and Sharon. Because they did... are you familiar with the Ant-Man theory? That was going around during Infinity War?
Yes, the stupid one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's essentially what they did. They were like, hey, you guys would not leave us alone about this.
I got Sharon all over me.
So, yes, exactly.
Or I'm covered in Sharon.
Yes.
Which is basically a disguise of a curse, if you think about it.
Yeah, right. But apparently that little, what she did gave her a little cut and turned her. And so we had a Hope Zombie Giant.
Hope Zombie.
Would that still be the Goliath program, or would that just be Giant Hope?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it is after... I mean, she could have either have gotten it from Scott, or she could have gotten it from... the guy... Lawrence Fishburne's character.
I can't
remember the character's name. The first Goliath guy.
Yeah.
But you could have gotten it from him, because we didn't see either of those, and at that time, that's where that would have happened. So, anyways, that's a very quick recap. I apologize again. This just for the lighting, still having issues. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, it will be fixed. Anyways,
I just
So-
realized.
yes.
Sorry, I just realized that's 2 different episodes out of the 5 that we've watched so far, where Hope is not only the key of everything, but she's also like one of the dead people. Because that was the catalyst of episode 3, where they kill all the Avengers.
Yeah.
Because the tank killing
Fury's bad day.
everyone. Yeah,
Bad week.
Fury's bad week.
Yeah. But
But yeah, so I was just like, I put Hope on here. It's all about Hope, and I put Hope zombie.
yes, technically she's undead.
Still dead.
Yeah, still
Still dead. Her death was a catalyst of the
Yeah.
episode.
Alrighty. Well, I think we should just get into this.
Oh, I'm so
The
excited.
new episode and just move on. So yeah, we're doing this way later than we had anticipated, so apologies on that as well.
My fault.
So, but let's just not put it off any farther and just move. You just do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Let's see. Michael B. Jordan. So are we getting Flame Man? Andy Serkis? Alright, so he's Don Cheadle. Paul Bettany. Okay.
What if?
What if? Good question. What we got?
Every journey has a beginning, but change one
Ooh.
step along the way,
Hello.
and you could end up at a very different destination.
Kunar Province, Afghanistan. Okay.
Is it cool if I take a picture with you? Yeah.
Oh, beginning of Iron Man.
Yeah.
No, throw it up, I'm kidding. Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be out of a job with peace.
Oh, yep. Well, that. What the? What? Huh?
That was a spectacular entrance.
Mr. Stark, were you injured in the attack?
No, but I did spill my drink, and it was a 26 Macallan, so I'm pretty sure that's a war crime.
Okay.
British Post. Did you learn any lessons from your time in Afghanistan?
I did. Never travel anywhere that doesn't have a Four Seasons.
Okay.
If you're trying to imply that he had advanced knowledge of the attack,
She'd be right. I uncovered plans to assassinate Tony Stark while on a deep cover operation inside the Ten Rings.
Oh, well, there you have it.
Okay. Obadiah's not happy about that.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because those plans were bankrolled by Stark Industries COO Obadiah Stane.
Oh! Calling him out.
This kid's talking about. Let's get out of here.
you son of a security!
Oh!
Nice.
I never liked that guy.
Say this for the new guy. He certainly makes for good TV, right?
A lot of people come around looking to get their moment in the sun with Tony Stark, and it's my job to sniff out exactly what it is they want with him.
And what do you smell?
Nothing. And that's the problem. Everyone wants something.
I developed plans for an automated combat drone. Thought I was going to make human soldiers obsolete. I could never crack the interface.
Because you didn't have me. Let's do this. Let's build your science fair project.
Drone
Your
better.
Science fair project.
Service? Search the MIT doctoral thesis database. Project.
Liberator.
You got an ear for branding, I'll give you that.
Liberator. That's very anime inspired.
Yeah.
It's like a Gundam.
I was gonna say it.
Oh, he just referenced it. Gundam.
Wiring. Operations test. Start Liberator drone Mark 1. Showtime.
That?
It's only a failure if it explodes. Okay, that changes things. Where did you get this?
This kind of stuff pops up all over the globe. You just got to have the right hookup.
I might have just the guy.
Ulysses Claw? No, Tony. Absolutely
Claw.
not.
Sorry, are you allowed to say that to people in my tax bracket?
Tony, in case you forgot, Stark Industries is not in the business of fraternizing with black market arms dealers.
Oh.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Can't clean up the world without getting your hands dirty.
Oh, that is good. You should stitch that on a pillow.
So, about that vibranium.
Oh, no foreplay, eh? You know what? It's a waste of time anyway. Dora Milaje.
Let me take the vibranium back where it belongs.
Sorry, cuz. That ain't gonna fly.
Oh!
Better question. Why wear the uniform of your own oppressors? Fight for them? Die for them?
Kid, you gotta be part of the system to change the system.
Nah. You can burn it down.
Oh!
So
Uh-huh.
same Killmonger, just different timeline.
Different, yeah. Oh.
Word of the wise, never play Clue with Jarvis. He sees all.
Go ahead. Call the cops. Still won't get here in time to save you.
Yeah, well, police are the law. I want justice.
Yep, that was over. Yep.
Yeah.
We're not fighting the same battles, Tony.
Do your head orphans trying to do right by our fathers? They sound the same to me.
The difference between you and me that you can't see the difference between you and me. What's the next move?
They want a war, so that's what we'll give them. Put the Liberator drones into production.
Okay, hold on. That'll require a multi-billion-dollar allocation. The board will need to be consulted.
The Patriot Act should cover the red tape. The U.S. military is hereby seizing control of all Stark Industries assets.
You must be joking.
No one has ever accused me of being funny, Miss Potts. We're at war. You work for me now.
Oh,
What?
Jeez. Okay.
You telling me this is it?
Wakandans are full of surprises.
Huh. This is how he snuck in. How is
I
he?
come with the gift, an offering of justice. For I am Njadaka, son of Prince Njobu.
What is this foolishness? Njobu sired no children.
We were led to believe that. Let us believe that.
We are at war, and he is still an American soldier. What does he know of our people?
These are my people too, cousin. I brought you the man who stole your vibranium and murdered your people as proof of my loyalty to Wakanda.
He playing both sides.
Indeed.
Nephew, you are home.
There's no time to rest, Uncle. War is here.
Oh boy.
The drones are made of a vibranium alloy. Just like your weapons, almost indestructible.
Oh, please. They're built by Americans. We'll be home in time for lunch. Then how do we cut them off from their network?
We let them inside our force shields. The electromagnetic interference will block their satellite uplink.
You're suggesting we let the killer robots into the city?
That's the only way to disconnect them from the Jarvis AI. After that, we'll destroy them. The Americans won't have any vibranium left to rebuild.
Why should we trust you with our people's lives?
I know what it's like to have someone take it.
What's this
If I
play?
had the chance to avenge my father, I wouldn't hesitate.
Oh, oh, that's creepy.
Little HAL 9000 for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's more.
Wakanda. So the rumors are true.
Well,
What the hell is going on?
Some kind of interference. The drones have all gone dark.
Yeah, I see that. Get it back online.
oh boy.
That is impossible. The drone should be disconnected.
Tony Stark. He must have built a backup transmitter.
Why would he do that?
That man was a villain. Didn't trust anyone.
Wakanda forever!
Doofer. All right.
Nice.
I am a loyal servant of Wakanda, Your Majesty. Let me be of service.
With this
shall become.
You okay?
Black Panther.
Was it worth it? My cousin.
Yeah, I did what I had to do.
For what? A throne?
For vengeance. For my father. And for all my brothers and sisters who suffered through oppression while you just sat back and watched.
It will get the best of you eventually. On your plane or on ours.
What?
What? How did you get in here?
I'm here to help Miss Potts.
Shuri is.
I knew it. He killed Tony. And your brother? How did you get this?
Mr. Stark was a genius, but he's not the only genius. It appears we have a common enemy.
Unfortunately, your side and mine refuse to see it.
So, let us open their eyes together.
All right. Well, okay. We did not.
That did not go the direction I thought it was going to go.
No, it did not. I actually had no idea where that was actually going to go. And apparently it was a very, very, very long con.
Yes.
For
Very, very long.
Killmonger just to get in power,
And become the Black Panther.
become the new Black Panther.
Again. Just like how he did in
Yeah,
the movie.
but except without the tribal ritual thing that they do. They could have done that and just not shown it.
In the movie?
No, I'm talking about in the episode right here.
What tribal ritual thing?
The fight.
Oh, there was no one to fight. He'd already killed the only Black Panther.
Well,
So there was no one to challenge for king, and obviously he wasn't going to take it from the old man, T'Chaka.
Okay. Well, I was okay. Yeah,
Because that's what you're doing. The trial by combat isn't to be the Black Panther; it's to be king.
okay.
But the king is elected Black Panther unless the king appoints a Black Panther because of age.
Okay.
That's
All
why T'Chaka had T'Challa doing it.
Okay. I guess I misunderstood the whole trial by combat thing. I thought that was to either remain or become Black Panther in general, but I guess not. Anyways,
Okay, so from the trailer.
I did not see that, so I don't know.
No. So from the trailer, we see the shot of Killmonger walking up, picking up the missile that the what do they call it? The Widowmaker. I can't remember.
The one that Tony blew up in
the one
in
that
your
blew up
tree.
in Tony's face. Yes. He picks it up and throws it, and he gives it a good chunk. So because of that trailer, and I knew that that's what this episode was going to be as soon as it started, I thought they were going to say that something happened to T'Challa that caused T'Chaka to go back to California, get N'Jadaka, which is Eric,
right,
raise him, and he was going to become the son of Wakanda in place of T'Challa.
Apparently, that was not the case. He was still pretty much exactly like he was in the original Black Panther movie, except now he shows up, and it essentially, like you said, long cons and a war between the U.S. and Wakanda, just so he could become the new Black Panther. Yeah. Yeah. My first note is I wrote on here is drone better? Question mark.
Yeah.
And then it looks Gundam, but no, they're just drones. They just look very anime inspired.
Yeah, they reminded me a lot of the monster from District 9. A lot. But I have no words.
I don't know
for that episode.
It was definitely seeing, I guess, from Killmonger's side of things on what he went when his basically his thing was, just his plan and whatnot. and just slowly taking out those people who he saw it was in the way, or he used them until he did not need them anymore and then disposed of them. Basically, he killed, most everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Obadiah Stane is in prison probably.
Yeah.
Because of what happened. I mean, he's not dead.
Yeah.
10 Rings, well, the fake 10 Rings. For those of you who have watched Shang-Chi, you know exactly what I mean by that. The fake 10 Rings.
Yeah.
I'm sure are very reduced in number.
Oh, yeah, that makes me wonder if there's going to be a what if episode about Shang-Chi.
Maybe, eventually. I don't know. I think that may be a little too close. If there's a second season, maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see here. I mean, other than Killmonger orchestrating a war between Wakanda and U.S.,
yeah,
and then Killmonger knew Black Panther, and he's playing everybody to their to their own, I guess, emotions, and that's not the right. Basically, playing each, kind of being the perfect salesman, essentially.
Yeah.
Basically, he knows what they want, really, and then pitches it to them.
Yeah.
But we have that little scene there at the end where Shuri all of a sudden shows up in Pepper's office and says, we have a common enemy. We need to show him. And then credits.
Yeah. He appointed Killmonger COO.
Yeah.
And so that gave him, after Tony died, that gave him controlling interest in Stark Industries.
Yeah.
So not only did he create the drones, but he owned the entire company at that point. Unless they made Pepper CEO after Tony died, which...
They didn't delve into that, but...
Well, it was her same office.
Right.
Just like the I'm allergic to strawberry scene.
Yeah, but they didn't delve into that particular thing. They just basically glossed over it. Because they have limited time in these episodes. They're only like 30 minutes or so. So, they can only fit so much in there. They can't, but, I'm sure, even with that, with General Ross being there and enacting some variant of the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Basically absconded the Liberator drones.
Yeah, he essentially said that the Patriot Act is the same thing as eminent domain. I can steal all of your technology and all your money because there's a war going on. Which
acquire. Acquire is the proper term, so it's not actually.
Which I think that was actually a thing back during World War II. In regards to like the car factories and stuff like that, because they stopped to produce weapons.
I know they did that with like the refrigerator factories and stuff like that.
But I don't know if that was actually enforced by the government or if it was just like, we're doing our part.
I think at that point, and especially after the attack on Pearl Harbor, it would have been something that people would have willingly done. It wouldn't have had to been forced or that sort of thing. They probably could have. I mean, I'm sure some sort of army or some sort of military representative came to them and said, "Hey, we would like to use your factory." And sure, go ahead. No problem. Show us how to build the stuff, and we'll do it. That sort of thing. But, this, I don't know.
That made me remember the scene from Civil War when Tony slides over the box of pens to Cap and says, "Those are the ones that signed the Lend-Lease Act, and if it wasn't for these, you wouldn't exist." That's what essentially that was Ross was like, "Hey, you made these, and so now we're gonna take them." But what he didn't know was Killmonger made them so that they would be taken.
Yes.
Everyone's playing checkers, and he's over here playing Risk.
Yeah, well, I don't know about checkers. Maybe not so much that, but yeah, I mean, maybe he's playing. Everybody else is playing like marbles or something, and he's Would you like to play a game? How about thermonuclear war? Sorry.
Yeah, with vibranium.
Yes, with vibranium.
Golly.
It was definitely an interesting take on the storyline. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they rehashed a lot of the same stuff that was in the actual Black Panther movie with him and his character. There wasn't that much difference, which I guess you don't necessarily have to have that big of a difference or something like that. But I guess he was working on maybe a little bit grander scale or something like that, or something. Well, I mean,
that's what it was. Okay. Sorry, I remember my point from earlier that I was blanking on.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have really nothing else to say. I mean, it was an interesting episode. We got Chadwick Boseman again.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently he did more than just one episode, but granted, the parts that we have seen outside of the one where, episode 2 or whatever?
Yeah, episode 2, he was Star-Lord.
Yeah, he was. And, wait. Yes. He's just had bit parts. So, it hasn't been like an episode centralized on him.
Right. That was actually what I was going to say was earlier when I said something happened to T'Challa, and I was like, maybe these two are connected, where this is what happens on Earth while T'Challa is taken by Yondu. That's where I was originally going with that thought, and it just completely disappeared from me. The first 2 episodes that are actually connected.
No, and speaking of connected, nice, your theory about the what about what you continuing on from
with
last
the zombies
week,
episode, I wanted it to be. Maybe we'll get it in season 2. Maybe we'll get Zombies Part 2 in season 2.
Possibly, maybe.
We just got to get some more Josh Brolin to do some grunting. That's all.
Or somebody who can equivalent.
Nobody can match Josh Brolin's voice. I mean, he's a Brolin. Between him and his dad, you're kind of out of luck.
Well, I don't really have much else. I mean, this was pretty self-explanatory. What though I was kind of it was like, what was his plan? And obviously, I should have realized, the Black Panther becoming the next Black Panther. Though I don't think he burned the garden this time like he did in the movie.
No. But we also didn't see that.
We didn't see or anything like that. It was just pretty much you saw him in the black and yellow as opposed to black and purple suit.
Yes, because the black and purple suit was invented by Shuri in the future. Remember, this is still years prior to that.
That's
this
true.
Is little girl Shirley. Or Shuri.
Shirley.
I have Shirley Temple on the brain. It's a thing. Little girl Shuri. Because the little pigtail she had.
Yeah. But I mean, I thought I saw maybe whenever T'Challa showed up, at Ulysses Claw's place, he had a little bit of purple. I don't know. I could.
Oh, there's purple strands going through.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the kinetic energy buildup ability that it has. Shuri invents that.
Yeah. That's not what I was referring to. I was just looking. I was just generic aesthetics of it.
Okay.
He had put the Killmonger had the more of the yellow, as T'Challa had the purple accents. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the nanotechnology suits.
No.
Oh,
so,
Lord. Tony died again.
He died, which was interesting considering that based on where the placement was. I mean, granted, it's animated, and I mean, they can go dark, but I don't know if they can really show it being really dark. I mean, it looked like it was like in here where the shoulder and the pec muscle just kind of meets right there, which there's nothing. I mean, there's some nerves in there, and there are some arteries running down into the arm, but I mean, unless there was I don't know, it didn't seem like that should have killed him.
Unless the motion that he was doing was actually pulling it down instead of pulling it back out.
I don't know. I thought he shoved it in more, but I don't know. I mean, unless he pulled the spear out, I mean, it was kind of keeping the blood in place. Granted, there would have been some leakage around where the external wounds were.
Yeah.
But that's why they say if you get like a puncture wound or something like that, don't pull it out because
exactly.
Which is
it's a clotting factor.
Yes, it keeps plug. It's a plug thing.
Yeah,
it's a plug. It's a cork. Going back to motor, but yeah, and unfortunately, in a lot of the Hollywood stuff, you see people get like shot with an arrow or stabbed with something, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna be good now because I got this out of me. He's like, wrong.
Yeah.
Dr. Mike has taught me well. Yeah, I think that's all I have. I don't really have much else.
I can't wait for next week.
It's not that too far away from this point of the time we're recording this.
I'm sorry.
So
we have 3 left.
Oh, so you actually looked ahead.
I didn't look at anything.
Okay.
I did not look at anything. I don't have to look at anything. People keep talking about there's only 9 episodes this season.
Okay.
That's all I know.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine. You get a pass.
Because they're talking about how long it'll be before the next Legends episode comes out prior to Hawkeye. There we got Eternals and then we got Hawkeye.
Oh.
So
okay.
There's going to be Legends.
Legends? What that?
Okay, so Legends is like a Disney Plus 5 to 10 minute recap of what's going on to introduce the next show that's about to air.
Okay, all right. It's just like that. Whenever I hear that, it's just like Legends. That sounds like a separate series of some sort. But,
it kind of is, but it's just basically
it's a recap episode.
Recap. Yeah,
but it's only like 5 minutes. Okay,
yeah,
all right. Filler episode.
So yeah, it takes the week between. Yeah. It drops like say the last episode of What If. There's a week, and then the next thing will come out.
So, all right, well, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this up.
Yeah.
No real final thoughts. It just, he lived up to his name. Killmonger lived up to his name.
Yeah.
I guess if you really wanted to change it, he'd be like Butterfly Bunny Man, I guess. So
what in the world?
So
Butterfly Bunny Man.
So to make his personality completely different,
we need that clip art like right here, just so I can see it.
All right, well, until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss any episodes. Also, check out our Patreon. We have a video go up. It is pizza related. I noticed that we talk a lot about food, and we make a lot.
We get hungry when we film.
Yes, very much so. So if you're hungry and you need some ideas, we got barbecue, we got pizza on Patreon that you can go and watch. So that's that, and until next time, bye bye and be blessed.